Hello, my name is James Strobel and this is my science project. It is called the Jacob's Ladder and the Creation of Ozone. We will be doing an experiment where we will have an electric spark traveling from down at this bottom gap, which is just under 3/8 of an inch, and then to the top gap, which is just under 2 inches. As you see, we have held them together with 2 pieces of PVC pipe. This project deals with electricity. It can be very dangerous if handled improperly. So don't try anything stupid, kids. Well, let's open this up and see what's inside. As you can see, here's the power wires coming into the transformer. Here's the transformer, and here's the grounding wire. And these are the 2 high voltage wires. See how big these insulators are? They need to be that large, otherwise the voltage will be transferred through this box. And that will be bad. And here we have the dead man switch. Here, this end, we can plug into any standard 110 volt outlet. And this part, we have to plug into this specialized outlet that's really meant for 240 volts here. As you can see, the pin right here is bent over, so that you can't plug it into a regular outlet. And this is a fuse switch. As you can see, we have our fuse here. It's a 15 amp fuse. And it fits in a light socket. Looks like the bottom of a light bulb. And we worked very hard on this project. We can plug this in now. Okay, first we plug this in. And we turn this switch on. And then we take this dead man switch and we make sure to get pretty far away from this so that nobody touches it. Because you wouldn't want to be shocked by that. And then you plug it in. And then this dead man switch works by, well, let me show you with it unplugged. You press the switch, and then if you get shocked or you want to stop it, you don't have to press this again, you just let go. It's spring-loaded. Okay. Now we plug it in. Now watch. Watch the spark travel up. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? I guess it's working better today than it did yesterday. It's kind of intermittent about where it stops. But that's my Jacob's Ladder. And...
do it again. Hit it again.
You want to hit it again?
Yeah, let's see how far it goes up.
The reason the spark rises is because the ionized air that's created by the electricity is heated, so it rises, and therefore the electricity will go with it because the electricity likes to take the path of least resistance. Once it gets up high enough, the spark will break because there's too much of a gap, and then it will restart at the bottom because that's regained as the path of least resistance.
Try one more time, a couple more.
Sometimes they go all the way up to the top.
Alright.
Now, how we put this away. We take the switch, we unplug this first. Don't touch the pipes because they may be warm. We found out this doesn't really hold an electrical charge after it turns off. But, well, the transformer outputs 15,000 volts, or 15,000 volts, which is 15 kilovolts, at 30 milliamps. if it was up to 50 milliamps, it would be more likely to kill you. You could probably still kill yourself if you held it for long enough. But you probably wouldn't. If it was DC current, then yes, you'd probably be holding it still if you touched it. The transformer we got from a guy in Stitzer, Wisconsin, which is where where one of my grandparents lives. And what was his name?
Doesn't matter. Chick Clace is his name. He was
Yeah.
a neon sign repairman.
Yeah.
So it's used in what? Neon sign,
Yeah,
right?
it's a neon sign transformer.
Alright, so what's left to do for the experiment yet?
Well, we still need to create the test strips that we'll put up here
To test what?
to test for ozone.
Alright, and what are they made of?
And they're made of cornstarch, potassium iodide, and distilled water, all mashed up together in a coffee filter.
Yep, so we'll put those filters, attach those at the top, and what do they do to show that there's ozone present?
It'll turn purple when there's ozone present.
Alright, so the next thing we'll do is show you, we've showed you how we made the box and the Jacob's ladder, so now we need to show you how to make the test strips, and then we'll mount the test strips and show what they do after the simulated lightning, right? Goes up the
It is
top.
basically lightning. Lower
Alright.
voltage than lightning, but close enough.
Alright, tell them what you're doing.
Right now I'm creating ozone test strips.
Using what? What's in there?
Well, using potassium iodide,
And,
coffee filters, of course.
yep, distilled water, which is there, and cornstarch.
Cornstarch. And distilled water. Well, we already said that.
Alright, keep painting. So you gotta paint that on those coffee filters.
Yep, I have to
Both sides. It's kind of a pasty, goopy kind of stuff.
goopy stuff, kind of like crazy glue.
And then after it dries, then we'll cut it into strips that we can use to test with, right?
And hopefully the strips will just balance on top.
And when the iodine turns color, that's when we know that
There's ozone.
the ozone has come out of solution. And there's ozone present. Alright.
Okay, now we're going to test for ozone. Here's our ozone test strip.
Okay?
We have to spray it with distilled water because it'll react better that way. Okay, that's wet enough. Now, we have to clip it on to these two zip ties we've put in the middle. We found out it works better that way because the ozone has to hit it direct. The spark actually has to hit it
Here, flip it.
directly to make the reaction.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we gotta make sure that it's not touching each side, right? So that
Nope.
when the
'Cause if
spark
it's touching
rises, it
each
goes
side,
through it.
If it's touching either side, then it'll conduct through the water instead of the two pipes, which
Okay.
is bad. Because then it'll just hang right there.
Alright. I'm gonna plug it. Alright. Go ahead. And you can see,
Yeah, you can see that it's turning purple now.
yeah. Wait, don't get close to it. Alright. Do it a couple more times. Oh, didn't quite get up there. Okay, that's good. You can see the steam rising off of it, right?
Yeah, the steam and you can also see the few places where it might have burned a few holes.
No, that's just where there's dots of that paste, that iodine paste that we
No,
put on.
there actually are little holes.
Okay.
If you don't believe me.
Alright. Alright, so unplug it. Alright, unplug it from down there.